Shoulders, forearms, and wrist. There's a few different moves I'm going to walk you through and a lot of different variations. So as we go through this, and just a brief taste for each one, pick one that seems to make a difference for you or that you think would be helpful. And that's the one I want you to practice for the next few days and integrate with your workday. Starting with shoulder circles, then elbow circles, then wrist circles with a little bit of a bonus, and then one move at a wall that'll be really dynamic and helpful. With shoulder circles, we start with just moving your shoulder, ideally one at a time, so you can get a sense for how it feels. You can then compare to the other. If there's a big imbalance, you want to try to work on making them feel a bit more balanced. So once you start with one direction and you go the other direction, then change your arm position because every arm position is going to change how these muscles are working together or not, and which parts of the muscles are tense or not. Change the arm position. Try both directions. Change the arm position above your head. Really helpful for reaching and integrating with your hips and your legs. Shoulder circles. So you got straight arm, shoulder circles, any movement or any direction that feels either good or necessary can be something you do shoulder circles with. You get a lot of crunchiness, back off, make the movement more fluid, and your joint and your muscles will be a lot happier. Now, there's a variation of a shoulder circle, which is to bend your elbow and then make shoulder circles. And that changes the tricep length and your bicep length. Basically, it gives you a new something new to adapt to. And if you are tight in one area or not, then you'll notice that and you'll be able to start to work through it very quickly. My hand was turned in. That's probably what you did. Turn your hand the other way. Going to open up this side of your skin and your fascia and do shoulder circles again. I like to keep my free hand connected to my body. It helps me be mindful and present to what I'm feeling as opposed to drifting off. Really helpful to do to pay attention to what you're feeling. So that's shoulder circles. Now, if you just did a bunch of them with me on one side, compare how your other shoulder feels. Probably a little stiffer, probably a little bit more used and warm and a little pliable with the arm that you just worked with. Next, elbow circles. Hand comes out. Your upper arm is going to stay in place, but you're going to draw a circle with your hand and make your elbow go through a circle. This is really good if you've got tight or creaky elbows, change directions, or if you do repetitive movement with your arms. So you just want to get more movement in. So this is one direction or two directions with your hand on top, but you can also move the elbow behind you, move your wrist behind you, and again, get elbow circles. So the basic idea is you think about that joint and how can I make circles? Where can I make circles? Where can I make circles? And where you feel restricted or tight or tired, that's where you can do a little bit of practice and get a lot of benefit. Wrist circles, same idea, just the wrist moves. 3 to 6, both directions. Change directions. So a lot of people will be more tight when the arm is out to the side. You'll feel it's weirder and more difficult to do wrist circles. It's also going to be more difficult with your arm overhead. Now, there's a bonus here, and that is if you take your other hand and you grab the skin and rotate it, all this skin has tension. If you wind it up and add a little bit of tension and then do your wrist circles, you'll get a bigger bang for the buck. You get more results for less time and a really great way to reduce a lot of built up tension. If you use your hands all day, that tension does not go away on its own. You've got to find ways to undo it. We'll come back to the balls later on. But that's the wrist circles and wrist circles with a fascia bonus. The fascia is all this connective tissue in the skin. Now, one last piece. Did that wrist circle with the palm open. You can do the whole thing with your palm closed. Both are really good options. Do the thing that feels like it's going to give you benefit. If it's a little bit difficult, that's good. If it's painful, that's not so good. Final move is inverted hand at the wall. So you're going to take your hand, invert it, put it at the wall. Now you can start kind of low. Eventually you want to work to about shoulder height. Pull the shoulder down and then open and turn away. So wherever you are, palm is out. That could already be a lot of stretch. Push into the wall, work on turning away. Take a deep breath and one more big breath, and then release. That's wrist, forearm, and shoulders.